Yo, is this apartment B? Your rent's due.
Welcome to Apartment B, and my guest today is Tyler Heminger. Say hello.
Hello.
Yeah, this is not a long time coming. It's been like, I don't know, I think I actually like a month or two ago.
Yeah, I think you asked me before I went out to Cannes.
Yeah, is it Cannes? Because someone said I said that. I was like, no, Tyler, when he gets back from Cannes, we're gonna do a pod, and they were like, you're talking about cons? I was like, is it called cons?
I always call it Cannes, me personally, but also like even when I was going out there, like everyone always tells me that like French people are assholes.
Yeah,
they weren't.
They were nice.
They were nice to me. To me,
you channel your inner comedian.
I'm not that funny.
No, that's keep
but
it there.
yeah, no, they were all nice to me. But I also wasn't gonna sit there and try and pretend like I knew French or some shit. So
No.
like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like super pretentious about how I pronounce words. Be like, oh no,
It's cons.
it's cons.
It's cons.
It's
Dude, but you've
cons.
been there.
It's cons.
If I was you, filmmaker, been to con.
Listen,
been to
I've got the
Cannes.
photos to prove it.
That's
So
what
like,
I'm saying.
I've got all the vindication that I need personally. I'm gonna call it Cannes.
Yeah. You can, yeah.
I
You
can.
You
I
can
can.
call it Cannes.
Yes,
yeah.
I can.
Dude,
I had a movie play there, so like, fuck it.
man, that's so awesome. By the way, hold on. For you guys who don't know Tyler, he what do you do? No, I'm kidding.
With a thumbs up.
Dude, I think I do that on accident every episode where it just floats the fucking bubble of thumb. I met Tyler at FSU. He's friends with my friend. Shout out Kenzie. Shout out Reagan. He was in film, and I like film, so I want to talk to him about film and other stuff.
So I met Josey through Kenzie, through Caitlin, who is a person who is in the writing program at Florida State's film school. I just graduated from there at the same time as she did. I was a post-production specialist, which means that I sit in rooms with computers all day.
It's like all of us.
Just like all of us.
Yeah.
Except I get paid to do it now.
Which is way better than what we do.
It's really way better. No. So I did sound design and picture editing, which just means that I put together movies. The way that I like to think about it is like I basically get paid to watch movies all the time.
Yeah.
Because like if you think about it, I get to watch every single take of every single part of the movie, and then I get to like put it together.
Has that like screwed up your view of like movies? Like, can you still enjoy a movie? Or
Yes.
like...
The only time that it takes me out is if the editing is atrociously bad.
Well, how do you feel about Michael Bay?
I grew up on the Transformers movies.
Specifically, there's I don't think it was Transformers, but there was a scene where he cut, and there was like 100 cuts in like once. It was like a 5-second, and there was so many different angles and cuts of this guy jumping over just a fence. He jumped over a fence, and there was like,
I think I know what you're talking about. And honestly, when you're Michael Bay, you can kind of do whatever the fuck you want.
yeah, you can. Michael freaking yeah.
And to be honest, like rules are made to be broken.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely a firm believer in that. And I know that not all editors will agree with me, but I feel like it's like anything. It could be equated from editing to like tax codes. It's like it's important that you understand the rules
to break
so that
rules.
you can break
to break
yeah,
exactly.
so that when you break them it means something. Or like when you find like a loophole and things of that nature. Like I've broken editing rules all the time.
What's one rule that's like
the 180 rule is the easy one that everyone can point to and be like, yeah, you can break that if you want.
What's that?
So like this camera that's recording us right now.
Yeah.
We are on this side of the 180 line, right?
Okay.
So now if we were to go into coverage here, we would put a camera right here pointed at you and a camera right here pointed at me. Now, if we establish this here as the 180 degree line.
This is intense.
And then we put this camera here.
Okay.
It'll look like if we're shooting my coverage from here and this coverage from here, that we're looking the same direction.
Okay.
Which will confuse the audience spatially. Because they'll be like, where the fuck are they? Are they next to each other? Or, like, because your head would be screen on the right side of the screen looking left. And then my head would be on the right side of the screen also looking left.
Okay.
So it wouldn't make much sense spatially.
So would it look like me and you were looking both this way?
Yes.
Oh,
And so then it'd be like, wait, are they sitting next to each other? What the
Yeah.
fuck? What the fuck's going on?
is there like an example in a movie where you've seen that like be broken?
The Incredible Hulk.
Okay.
There's a scene in The Incredible Hulk, the first one, where they're sitting down at a dinner table, and for no reason whatsoever, they just start cutting around. So the reason why you would do it, and the way to do it effectively, is in the middle of a conversation. If like the character finds out something, like unexpected, that like shocks them, you jump to the other side of the line, and then you'd reestablish that that is the side of the line because the entire emotionality of the scene has just changed based off of the new information that's been given.
I don't like that you're telling me this because now I'm not gonna be able to like watch a movie.
No, but the thing is it's like I have such an appreciation because I'll be like, oh fucking shit! Look at those guys! Look at these guys
so like,
knowing what they're doing. I get nerdy about it.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, that's a choice. That's an interesting choice. I can get down with that.
So how do you break it? Like,
So like we broke it once in the thesis film that I took to Cannes, an Evans movie.
what's it called?
Private Eye. And what happened is it was in the middle of a conversation. We had this camera follow over the 180 line on information being revealed. So Private Eye is about a bellboy who like sees something that he shouldn't and is trying to learn about poetry, and he's going to this weird poetry class, and he sees like basically a murder happen.
Dude, you
Think
said
Rear Window.
Not that's not even a word.
Ooh.
I automatically thought of Esteban from Street Life. Was Zach and Cody?
I mean,
Imagine him finding a
Esteban
murder.
with like a red outfit on.
Yeah, I think he has once. He was in green most of the time, but I think one time he might have been in red.
For the big episode where they had the whole dance number.
You might be right.
It might have been because
might
that
be
was like
right.
the whole gala thing that they had going on, and like Mr. Tipton came.
Dang, Mr. Dude, you're like digging in the face right now. I was actually watching Sweet Life on Deck the other day.
It's a banger.
Yeah, Sweet Life on Deck's a banger.
It is. It definitely is a banger. Yeah, man. But so what happened is he watches the guests at the hotel, right? And she reveals that she knows that he's been watching her, and that's when we jump the line. Because the entire conversation after that, he's like, what the fuck? How does she know that I do this shit from like super far away with a camera? And so that's when we jump the line because the entire conversation has just changed. He thought he was like being slick and like trying to like talk to this girl. And it comes out that she is actually the one in control here because she already knows what he thinks she doesn't. And she is the one that approached him.
Wait, so would that kind of be like the same thing as in like in The Dark Knight?
They probably do it in there.
When Batman thought he was winning, and then because he had like Joker hanging over, I think a ledge or something like that in the window, and they like turn the camera when he like reveals, I think, that Harvey Dent and that other girl.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
he had
about.
him set up on bombs or something.
Yeah,
and it was like the playing field just changed. And okay, so is that like the same type?
Yeah,
of
you
thing?
you could totally do that in a similar situation. Yeah.
Dang. Dude, that's cool.
There's a bunch of different ways you could do it, but that's just like the easiest way from editing to be like rules are meant to be broken. That are like jump cuts. Like, have you ever seen someone like do something quickly, or like it's a still shot and they just cut around when they like jump around the room to like do things?
Yeah.
That's technically breaking continuity in editing. But you can do it to either speed things up, to do it for rhythm. You can do it for any number of things. You can. Or there will be sometimes where you'll do repeat actions, like the Michael Bay thing for the guy jumping over the fence, for like drama. And sometimes it works. People like to do it mostly with like explosions, so Michael Bay is a big proponent of that. Where like you'll see a big explosion, or like part of me wishes that they did it in The Dark Knight with the hospital.
Yeah,
where they'll show like 3 different angles of it, because I mean those shots are like easily $100,000 alone.
or the scene in Tenet when they drove the airplane into the
and then it's like at that point, like you want to show that shot like 4 times. At
You
that
should.
point, you're
It's
just like it's so cool.
just
It's like,
crashed a 747 just cause.
yeah, Boeing sitting there like, why?
That's amazing.
Why did you do this to
I
us?
think they also did a shot like that on Family Guy. There's this episode where Stewie and Brian get a fixer upper, and then they realize that this house is not going to fix themselves, and they were like, "Well, it's not going to fix, it's not going to sell." And they were like, "We got 5 seconds to get out of there." and they like run out of the building, and then they show like the house exploding and them jumping out in like 20 shots. That's just like it's like 30 seconds of just. That's pretty awesome. Do you have like a favorite movie you worked on so far?
That I've worked on?
Like, how many have you worked on?
I don't know.
Just been a part of.
It's a lot. So I was crewed on 7 thesis films, not including the ones that I was ATL for, which is above the line, which means that I was like a key like creative contributor.
Mm-hmm.
So like the other guests like Cole or Zeke, like Cole's a director, so he's ATL on all of the shows because he's the director.
Yeah.
And Zeke is ATL for all the ones that he production designs or like costume designs or art departments.
So ATL would be director,
producer, writer. For our school, it's also editor and DP, and then also production designer. But like in the real world, the only people who are like ATL above the line are producers, writers, directors, and actors, because those people are usually the ones who are getting like points on the back end, so they get like 5% of the total profits of this movie. So like Ryan Coogler, definitely above the line person in terms of Sinners.
Okay.
Definitely gets at least like, I'd imagine like 15% of total gross.
Dude, that's a lot.
Exactly. But like, you have to think that for these people, they aren't like contracted people where it's like, oh yeah, you work on this movie for like 2 months.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you're stuck with this thing for 3 years. And if it tanks, it's your ass.
Yeah.
So for ATL member movies, I was the editor for 4 thesis films. I sound designed 1. And then for D2s, I cut 2 D2s and sound designed 2.
And what's D2 mean?
It's our directing 2 projects. They've changed it now. I think it's called M2, which unfortunately for some reason doesn't mean movie 2, which is really stupid. Yeah. I was like, this is the easiest switch ever. It's M? Movie 1, movie 2, movie 3. Like,
yeah, there's a lot of abbreviations in there.
At the film school, we like to keep things complicated. It makes no sense.
Bunch of code words.
Yeah, it's like we're trying to make film more confusing than it ever actually needed to be.
Yeah, but it's kind of it's really amazing though, like, because when I think about it, so many people work on one movie.
Yeah, there's like at least like 15 people on each set.
Even the worst fucking movie, like maybe like Madam Web. Madam Web had how many people on it? You know.
And they were probably good at their job.
They're probably great.
They're probably great at their job. Like that's the crazy thing is that like even on movies like that, that's still a Marvel project.
Yeah.
And like that's how like nuts it can be that you can just like sometimes it just doesn't work. It's
that's such a harsh reality because it seems like people take a hit. You know, like the actors, or I don't know who else.
Well, that's the thing. That's what the trade off is for those above the line people who like Dakota Johnson definitely has points on that movie.
Yeah,
for sure. Her face is on the poster, but like now everyone,
people love her though.
People do love her, and she had The Materialist to follow it up.
Yeah,
so like she's chilling.
Wait, did you like it?
The Materialist? It was a little mean on short people, but other than that, I thought it was pretty good.
I haven't seen it, but
it's pretty good. It's worth seeing for sure. But I also really liked Celine Song's first movie. So
Selena Song.
That's Celine Song. Yeah. She did Past Lives last year. If you saw that.
That's
not last year, but the year before.
Oh, I've seen that. That's a horror movie.
That's a horror movie.
Past Lives is a horror movie. Holy shit! What a hard. I mean, it was great, but I would never watch that again.
Oh, are you one of those people who doesn't like sad endings?
Yeah. No.
She is too.
His girlfriend's in the room.
Sorry.
No. It's okay. Shout out Haley.
I broke the 4th and 5th wall.
No. Oh, whoa. Sorry. That was kind of crazy. Congrats.
We made it.
No, you did, but I'm happy for your success. Oh my gosh. What were you even talking about?
Oh, my favorite movie that I've worked on. Probably Private Eye. I think I learned so much in working with Evan, who was the writer director of the film. He would have me come to his house. He lived right next to the stadium in Tallahassee, and he would have me come over to his place every week, and we'd watch like 2 movies back to back, double feature. and then talk about them for like an hour and a half.
Holy dude, you were like in. That's like
We were
hyperbolic
literally in the
chamber.
grind. We were we were grinding.
You were grinding. Yeah, you were grinding, breaking fourth and fifth walls
Yeah.
onto the sixth.
But we were watching, and he was having me watch like classics. He was having me watch like Bresson. He was having me watch like Hitchcock. He was having me watch like David Lynch. And then we just get to like talk about that. And I don't know. For me, film is just like this, and I think you can attest to this too, because like you like I see you love movies, and like it is such like a fun thing to share with people.
Yeah, it is.
To share like the experience of like watching a movie for the first time together, because like you never forget when you watch something for the first time.
Oh, dude, Tenet
Good,
first watch.
good, bad, or otherwise, like you'll always remember it.
That is so true. I remember the first time I saw Shrek.
Yeah,
Yeah, I watched it with my family in a drive-in.
at a drive-in theater.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I know.
I need to find a drive-in theater. I bet you they have some in LA.
Yeah, absolutely. What?
I feel like they have to.
Yeah. And you're going? Are you moving there? Like for sure?
Yeah, I signed my lease like 3 days ago.
Oh my gosh!
I'm living in Hollywood.
Congrats!
Yeah,
This is like the freaking. You met Tom Cruise and well, you didn't meet Tom Cruise.
I didn't meet. You do not get that close to them.
But you were in the same room.
Yes,
That's what matters.
I was also on the same carpet at the same time as Pedro Pascal. Because Eddington was the premiere that was right before the movie that I was seeing the world premiere for.
Mm-hmm.
Bono's Stories of Surrender.
What's that?
It was what was that?
Mm-hmm.
It's a documentary about Bono, the lead singer of U2.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh, I know you too from Kendrick Lamar. That's the only reason why I do though.
much better music in my opinion.
Yeah.
Um,
what? You mean you two or Kendrick Lamar?
Kendrick Lamar, but U2 is a band. It's just like the generation like just before us.
Okay.
And
oh, dang! I don't know
they
why
were
I
like
remember.
so they were like when like the iPods like first came out, they were the preloaded album.
Damn, that's
on-
big.
Exactly. But like we just don't know about it.
Yeah, no, at all.
We're just not on game like that, I
Not on.
guess.
No, I mean, dude, I wasn't worried about that in what 2006.
But like so I'm sitting there in this movie theater and well before like Eddington had just premiered. And so it's Ari Aster, Emma Stone, Pedro Pascal, Austin Butler, Joaquin Phoenix, and I'm just sitting there and I'm like, what the heck am I doing here? I'm sitting here in like my tuxedo. There's like a McDonald's right next to the theater, which is the funniest part. The funniest thing about Cannes is that it is a normal tradition for people to go to this McDonald's that is right next to the red carpet
Mhm.
in their tuxedos and take photos
Dude,
at
but
McDonald's in their tuxedo.
Did you go?
Yes, of course I went.
Was it like a long line?
No, it was like a walk-up thing. It was really interesting. So they'd have like some like 4 or 5 sets of digital kiosks, and they were on it.
Yeah.
And they have like different food. I was so disappointed though because I found out that in Germany they have this thing called a McBeer. And
Like a beer?
yes, like a beer, a McDonald's
Not
beer,
the
and they
most
didn't
German
have it.
thing ever.
And I was sitting there, I was like, I want a McBeer.
A Mick beer.
A McBeer sounds amazing.
It does.
You know what? I want a 20-count nugget and a McBeer.
And a Mick beer. No sauce. I'll just dip it in the Mick beer.
I'll dip it in my
nuggets
McBeer. Can I get my Michelob Ultra?
Holy dude, Mick,
Can I get my Mick Modelo, please?
like is it wait, does it come like in a
I've seen
in a
it. Well, it
McDonald's
looks
cup?
like it's in like a pitcher.
is there a big M on it?
I hope so.
There better be.
Because I'm loving it.
Dude, yeah. Okay. I'm pissed you said that. Fair point. Mick beer is insane.
No, but they
And,
have.
like, how did it feel to be in the same room as Ethan Hunt?
Dude, I felt like I had to run.
Dude, did he eat popcorn?
They
Like,
don't
in front of
sell popcorn.
Because I've seen how he eats popcorn.
They don't sell popcorn at these theaters.
Wait, so it's just nothing? Hey, water?
So what's crazy is I found out that at Cannes it's like a film purist thing because you don't want to be like distracted, but also people are there trying to like buy and sell movies like internationally. So like I had like a market pass, which
Yeah.
means that I can see things after they've screened. So as if I was like, well, I was with a company. I was with Torchlight.
Mhm.
And so I'm able to go see Eddington at this random like regular theater
Oh.
that normally I wouldn't have access to go see.
Mm-hmm.
As if I were trying to buy it for like the distribution rights for it and like enter random country here, like
Okay.
like Guatemala or like the like Turkmenistan.
That's insane.
Like, and because people do, like, there are people there trying to buy the rights of these movies.
Yeah.
And so they're like super, like, I do not want my experience of this movie to be ruined by someone chewing popcorn next to me the whole time.
Oh my god.
That, and also it is like movie after movie after movie after movie immediately.
Exactly. So why wouldn't I would want popcorn?
Yes, but then there's cleaning. When would they clean the theater? Because they don't have time in between these movies. Because, like, I did 3 like triple features in the same theater.
How long were they? Like all like over an hour long?
Oh well, yeah.
3 in a row.
Yeah. So I saw The Secret Agent, and then I saw The Phoenician Scheme, and then I saw Barry Lyndon.
Dude, 3 movies back to... That's a lot.
That was my toughest day, for sure.
No popcorn?
No popcorn. But you know what? The coffee there, amazing.
Well, I mean, you're gonna... Yeah, I'm sure they had coffee. You need coffee to see 3 movies.
Well, because what would happen is people don't go to sleep there. They just don't. Like, I still don't think that Jack went to sleep when he was there.
Shout out Jack.
Shout out Jack Gaffney. That man is a unit.
He is.
I love him.
I'm sure he is.
And
wait, he made Oyster Bay, right?
yes, he was the producer.
I watched that.
It's a good movie.
I did. I really enjoyed the boats.
The boats are cool.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of guys on boats.
I mean, it was like, yeah, please. You know, sometimes I
that's
just
all.
want to see
That's
a
all it
chase.
needed. That's all it needed. But like the clubs there are open until like 6 a.m.
Clubs, like,
Clubs, bars,
like,
yes, they have both. They have a speakeasy called Silencio that was designed by David Lynch.
Did you go?
No, but Jack did. Because you had to get tickets like months in advance, and I'm not I'm not a club person. I'm a
You
bar
don't like
person. No, I like bars. I can handle a good bar.
Wait, what's the problem with like the You don't like it?
I want to talk to people.
to.
That's my thing.
No, I mean,
I like talking to people.
I mean, this is what we're doing right
That's
now.
what we're doing.
We're not We could just stop the podcast right now and just turn on music. And just
A disco ball
White-
comes down.
white girl dance. Sorry, I didn't mean it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to offend you.
I usually don't have white women in here. This is new for me. Most people wouldn't believe that, but it's, yeah.
That there's a white woman in here?
No, that they would believe that. Is what I'm saying.
They would absolutely
They wouldn't
believe that
believe me if I was like, white women don't usually come in here.
one.
They'd be like, what? Not true.
But yeah, no. Cannes was amazing. I saw a bunch of really good stuff.
Dude, that's such an awesome experience. I would imagine that like makes you feel like you're in the right direction, like you're going in the right direction.
Oh yeah. And I mean the thing is like it's one thing to go as someone who like loves movies because that's already just amazing.
Yeah.
Especially because we had a pretty good lineup this year, in my estimation. Like
Of movies?
Oh yeah. There was a bunch of good ones, and I, you know what's even crazier is I saw like 17 movies in the span of 2 weeks, and I didn't get to see the thing that won the Palme d'Or.
You didn't see what?
I didn't see the thing that won like the grand prize of
What
the
was
Cannes
that?
Film. It was A Simple Accident by Jafar Panahi.
Oh, I don't know these people.
He's an Iranian filmmaker, and I may have butchered his name, but I'm American. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No, it's okay.
I can respect his movies and still not quite yet understand how to say his name.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't know how to say the guy's name that made Parasite and Mickey 17. I love that movie, by the way.
That movie's great.
Yeah, pretty awesome.
I thought it got a little too much hate, to be honest. I liked it. I laughed a lot. I knew it was a comedy going in, and honestly, at that point, all you have to do is make me laugh. If you make me laugh, I could give a fuck about everything else.
Dude, so real.
Like,
I really didn't even see a trailer, though. I didn't see anything. I just wanted to
You were
see
just like,
Robert
Rob
Pattinson.
Pattinson?
I'm in.
Comedy? Let's go.
Yeah.
Wait.
So you saw 17 movies. Did you log it on Letterboxd or no? Do you have Letterboxd?
Yes. Yes, I did, and yes,
go.
I do. So I can show you all of the things that I
hope everyone has Letterboxd. Everyone should.
The only thing that I don't do on Letterboxd generally is I don't like put my opinions about things.
Yeah.
And it's a strategic thing.
You never
because you never know who you could run into unless I really love something.
Okay.
So I saw.
How many have you seen this year? Oh, jeez, I'm gonna be so ashamed of myself.
So since January, I rewatched Project X.
Mm-hmm.
If Beale Street could talk. Wait, how do you? I'm still not too great at this.
I feel like I'm like with my parents. Like, yeah, this is how you use your phone.
How many degrees does it take to use my phone?
It's down here. So, you've seen 50 this year.
Okay.
It's
not great.
No, I thought it was gonna be more. That's why I'm not ashamed. I'm at like 40 something.
Yeah,
but you probably just didn't log it.
Probably not.
Yeah.
But the first thing that I saw Enzo, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, The Girl in the Snow, Bono: Stories of Surrender, Urchin, which is a new Harris Dickinson movie, Eddington,
Harry Dick. Sorry,
Harry Dick.
Okay, keep going.
Eddington, Nouvelle Vague, Love Me Tender, Sentimental Value twice, The Phoenician Scheme, Woman and a Child, The Secret Agent, Barry Lyndon, Die My Love, The Mastermind, and that was it.
And you saw all those at
I can.
Dude, nice. Do you think Tom Cruise has Letterboxd?
He has to. He's got to have burners.
Dude,
he totally has burners.
I really hope so.
He's got Kevin Durant level of burners.
Yeah.
I guarantee you he's like, that stunt looked so terrible.
I hope so. I hope I hope they're still having fun.
They need to, you know what they should do for the Academy Awards? They should rename them to like iconic people in that award. Because you know how they're doing like the stunts category now?
Yeah. Well,
and they're giving him like an honorary like Oscar.
Who, Tom Cruise?
Yeah. They should just rename it to the Tom Cruise
award
for best stunts.
But I don't know, because you also got like people like Jackie Chan.
Sure, and that can be a conversation. But like,
I mean, Tom Cruise as far as stunts, yes.
Yeah, or like stunt coordination versus stunt choreography.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like.
Oh, are they going to mix the two, or are they?
I think it's all just one. I think it should be two. I think it should be two. Because I think stunt choreography should totally be Jackie Chan. Who are we kidding?
Damn, Jackie Chan. He's gonna die soon. He was my favorite Asian, man. That's so sad. Wait, is he my favorite Asian? Nah, hold on. You have a favorite Asian?
I just made a movie with a woman who's Asian. I feel like.
Wait, the one? No,
Queenie.
Yeah.
I feel like Queenie has to be my favorite Asian.
Okay. That counts.
She's the one I know the most.
Yeah.
I guess. That sounds so fucked up.
No, that's so I guess
the one that I know the most. That's crazy.
I guess my favorite Asian has to be someone I know.
Fuck.
I know a Blasian.
Blasian?
Yeah.
They count.
Yeah, he counts.
No one's gonna take that away from him.
Well, he's Blasian, and I think he's kind of like a racial jambalaya.
Hey,
it's kind of mixed up.
It's kind of awesome.
Blasian, white, well, black, Asian, white.
You just skipped over black. It's like
he's Blasian. I put them together.
It's a combo.
You joined them. Oh, I just did that thing that girls do on accident. I didn't even mean to do that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I imagine me having like two little cymbals right there.
Mm-hmm.
And just going ting, ting, ting.
Or like the world's smallest violin.
Oh, there we go. Some SpongeBob. This is what we're here for. Some SpongeBob. What's your favorite SpongeBob episode?
It's either the Krusty Krab pizza
oh
or...
my gosh, bro. Season 1 is insane.
It is. It's so good. Or another one that I like is the conch. When they get stuck up.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Dude, someone was describing a movie the other day, and it sounded like that episode of the conch. Do you know what movie I might be talking about? It was like they were like worshiping a conch, like or like
probably something by Ari Aster. To be honest, when you say worshiping, I instantly think of cult movies.
Dude, Midsummer,
banger.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest. I couldn't finish that.
Is it because you don't like horror movies or things like that?
Well, I am a bitch when it comes to horror movies.
That's fine. Listen, I just made a horror movie, and I don't really watch horror movies that much.
Do you like? So you don't like them, or are you just not?
I'm not a fan. I'm not like. outstandingly impressed.
Yeah.
Like, I can respect them and I can watch them and I can enjoy them, but also like I'd rather have like an Oppenheimer or like a 2001 or you know, or even like my kind of movie is like a small like intimate story about like people, like past lives. That's my shit.
You're a maniac. You're
I
a
am.
maniac.
I'm an emotional maniac.
Did you cry?
Yeah. Or the thing that Florence Pugh and what is it fucked up that I cried?
No, I guess I'm fucked up that I didn't cry. I was more pissed.
Nah, I cried. That shit was sad.
It's so sad. Oh my gosh.
But it's like I'm gonna get super film nerdy.
It's okay.
It is such a privilege that we get to like share these emotions and then we get to feel these things.
Yeah.
Like life could be so much worse that we don't get to like take an hour and a half out of our days to like experience this thing and remember that we are human beings with thoughts, feelings, and emotions.
Yeah.
And that's awesome.
And they just like tug on those strings.
Dude, my favorite movie is About Time.
About Time.
2013, Domhnall Gleeson, Rachel McAdams.
Dang, I haven't seen it.
You need to.
I know Rachel McAdams. She was on Wedding Crashers, right?
That, and she's also Regina George.
Regina George. Who's Regina George? Dude, I don't know, like, some
Mean
things.
Girls.
I gotta watch Mean Girls, too. I haven't seen Mean Girls.
I watched it. I've seen the play, but I had not watched the movie until recently. I think we watched Mean Girls. No? I thought we watched Mean Girls.
It's another girl.
No. That's cute, but no.
No, it's okay.
It was probably Nikki. Nikki's my friend. He's a guy.
Yeah.
He's a man.
That's not a guy name. Is that a guy name?
Well, his full name is Nicholas. I probably should have led with that.
Wait, you said Nikki or Mickey?
Nikki.
Oh, I thought you said Mickey, like with an M.
No. With an N.
All right.
And is it Nancy?
Dude, at my job, so many times where I'm like spelling stuff to people, I'm like, okay, M as in man, A as in, and then as soon as I get to N, I'm like N as in, you're thinking it. I'm not gonna say it, but I'm like N as in. I'm like, dude, I don't know any other N words. Why am I thinking this? That's the only N word I know. The N word, like it's the only one I know. And I'm like talking to people with like, old people, so I don't want to be like, N as in, and they're like, oh yeah, sure, thanks. I thought you meant M as in Migger.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so
Nancy.
Yeah, N as in Nancy. Well, that's gonna be mine now.
That's what I use.
I'm gonna use that forever now
because my last name is spelled Heminger, and so since they're so close together, I have to.
That's a. It's an interesting ending to your name.
Fuck. I didn't pick it. I promise.
Oh,
I didn't
pick
get a
it?
name.
Pick it? Really? That's hilarious, man.
So movies. Yeah.
By the way, I have a cousin who he's like a big movie dude. Like, he doesn't work in film, but like, dude, he's like a movie buff. And after me and Cole did our podcast, he was like, dude, oh my gosh, that was like a really good guest. I was so nerded out listening to him talk about movies. So he's gonna love you. He's gonna love you.
Oh my gosh. I hope so. I do my best.
Oh, that's awesome. Dude, I've been trying to find this around here, but have you ever heard of the Dollar Movie?
Yeah.
Where you like just go watch a movie for $1.
Don't they have those kind of things at like Cap City?
I don't know. That's like $5, and they like shout out Kate. That's like Kate, Evan Rossi, and Jason. They do bits during the movie, so they watch the movie a bunch of times and practice, and then people come and watch the movie with them as they do like jokes.
That's cool.
Yeah, I wonder how long that elongates the movie though.
It can't be that long because I imagine they're just doing like a 5-minute set.
No, this is like while the movie plays.
Oh, so they don't pause it.
No, I don't know. I've never went.
I can't imagine it elongates it that much then.
Yeah.
But they probably just pick like longer movies at that point. But also, I imagine they're doing comedies.
Yeah. No, I think
It would actually be funnier if they were doing like
Twilight.
like 50 Shades of Grey or something stupid.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
If they did 50 Shades of Grey and did comedy bits during it, it's like, so he flew you out from Seattle. What the?
Are you doing bits to me, Tyler?
No.
Why are you doing bits to me?
But you know what is stupid that happens in a bunch of different Dakota Johnson movies?
What?
When someone gets in a cab and goes, "Take me home." That fucking cab driver doesn't know where you live.
Oh, that's a fair point. So what did they actually take her home, or like
they did in the movie. And like in movie sense, it makes sense. But like if I was a cab driver and someone got in my cab and was like, "Take me home," I don't know where you live,
dude. I think there was a sketch on that.
Was there?
I think I've seen like
I've just seen compilations of it happening, and it's just like, why? This is like the laziest writing I've ever seen.
Yeah. It was like a girl got in the car, and she did that exact same line, "Take me home," and the guy turned around and was like, "Bitch, I don't know where you live," and then it just ended.
I'm glad to know that I'm not the only one with that thought.
No, that is insane.
I feel seen and I feel heard.
You are. Both things.
There we go.
Yeah. Dollar movie. I think my dad used to take me to the Dollar movie when we were younger. I don't know if he might have just been unemployed at the time or he just loved us a lot. Or both. He just had $4 in a dream.
$4 in a dream. That's what I'm working with right now, brother. I am in debt.
Yeah, but you I mean, but come on, your future is pretty promising.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't you feel confident in like...
Oh, I feel confident. I know I can do this.
Yeah.
I know that I can do this movie stuff. I have not a doubt in my mind. The thing is just like meeting the right people and being on the right projects. And that's all just kind of like luck and networking.
Yeah.
And that's just what it comes down to. But like, as far as like, can I do the actual task? I know I can. Like, that's not even a question. It's just like, can I last it out enough out there to find the right people that I need to be with in order to like catch fire quickly? Because movies are like basically like a miracle.
Yeah.
Like, it is so difficult to get one of those things made. Like what we were talking about. Like, you have so many people on those sets that, like, to get all of those people there in that room at one time is such a pain in the ass.
Dude, I saw on Demon Shippers because, like, I had to, like, request off work and stuff to, like, be there for 4 days. And then I actually needed to be there one more day. And I was like, dang, dude, I can't get fired.
Yeah. And, like, and that's for you and that's for every other crew member.
Yeah.
And it's, like... It's just nuts. It's so difficult. And then you have to think about how many movies actually get made, and then you have to think of how many of them are good. Like the amount of scripts that never like get made, to the amount of movies that get made, to the amount of movies that actually are good, and then that are good and have good marketing plans that actually get seen by audiences.
Yeah.
So it is like
that's such a process.
It is. And I thankfully only have to be a part of one of those processes because I think I'd die if I had to do like it is such a this is why I like being editor, because I can just do my job and be like, haha, that's your problem now.
Yeah.
Like me today, I finished my feature today. I'm done. I am fully wrapped on the feature film. And now I'm like, all right, I've locked this movie. That's your problem now, Jack.
Dude, that seems like a good spot to be in if like
to have finished a feature.
Like your part of worrying is done.
Yeah,
you've completed your task. But like, it would seem like in other positions in film, it's not like that. It's like I'm worrying the whole time.
Well, that's why ATL people get the back end stuff.
Yeah,
because like the director is going to be on that project forever.
Yeah.
And they have to like carry it through from script all the way through until it premieres.
Yeah, Cole was saying it's like making. He said the process for him is like making like
a child,
like 3 or 4 different movies all at once. Like, you got the writing process.
Oh yeah, because it gets written 3 times. I mean, I have done a lot of rewriting on this feature.
Jeez, man.
The original cut was somewhere around I chopped out like 30 minutes. And then we got it all back with like pickups and whatnot.
How long is it?
It's like 90.
You know how I know how crazy it is because you've seen I like make videos. So I've used to make longer YouTube videos that were maybe like at longest maybe at 3 minutes, and that was fucking 3 minutes because there was so much to chop. And you're doing 90 minutes. I can't imagine how much
my Avid
more
timeline is
difficult.
nuts. It looks like a little like devil's lair. It's so funny. What's crazier is when I like zoom it all the way out and I can see the whole thing, and it's like about this big on a computer screen. And I'm like, my entire last 8 months lives between this screen. That's crazy.
But it's like laser precise. Like that is so cool. I really think that's cool.
It's the ADHD medication.
That's fine. I've never. What, you have ADHD?
Oh yeah.
You think we all do? Like us of this age? I feel like I do. Well, actually, my first therapy session, he said, "Yeah, you probably do."
It's much more common in guys.
Yeah. Why?
I think we're just
Dude,
fucking
they said
crazy.
something about like ADHD and like big penises kind of like coexist.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I don't think I have ADHD.
Well, I do.
Congratulations again.
Thank you.
No, dude. What is ADHD? It's just like having a hard time focusing on one activity.
So it's like attentive deficit hyperactivity disorder. So basically, it can present itself in a bunch of different ways. The way that I've always understood it and how it always presented within me is like impulse control. I have really bad impulse control, so I'll just say stupid shit.
Will you just buy candy at the cash register too? Because that's called the impulse. I think it's called the impulse section or something like that.
Yeah, but most of the time when I wasn't medicated, I was a little kid, so I couldn't really do that because I didn't have like money.
Yeah.
But I wanted to.
Yeah.
I definitely wanted to. I was also just like super rambunctious. Like I would be done with my work super quickly because I'd just like hyperfixate, which is funny because like with ADHD, you think of people who just like can't focus. It's like you can't focus until you can, and then you hyperfixate on something for hours, and that's how I fell in love with editing.
It's like Adderall. I've never had Adderall, but they describe it that way.
I mean, I'm on Vyvanse, so
What's that?
it's basically Adderall. It's just like a different patent.
Are you on it right now?
No.
Okay.
To her behest.
Yeah.
But yeah. So like I'll just be bouncing off the walls. Like when I was like in third grade, I'd literally just be like standing up and like walking around the classroom, and my teachers would get so mad at me because I'd be distracted. Yeah, because I'd be distracting the other kids because I'm already done with my work.
Oh, damn.
And I'm trying to make friends. I didn't make friends.
Yeah, not like that.
Not like that. No.
So, okay. So, how long have you like realized? Like, how long did you know that
I had it?
Yeah, like the sun was up. Or was it just normal to you?
So it's kind of been normalized throughout my whole life because, to be honest, like I got put on ADHD medication when I was in like fourth grade.
Whoa, and that's crazy because back then that seems wild to me.
Yeah,
back then it seems normal now.
And so like I have been on like at first they didn't even have me like taking pills. They had me on patches. I had ADHD medication on like a patch that I'd wear on my side. Yeah,
Whoa.
It's called Daytrana.
What would it do?
I mean, it's just like it's like an adhesive medication. Like there's a lot of them. So like some people you've seen like Meet the Robinsons, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know the lady with the coffee patches?
Mm-hmm. Like that?
Yeah. That's basically how it works. It's like it goes through your skin and then the medication goes through like that.
Do you think they would ever like make like ADHD lotion? So you can smell good and focus.
ADHD self tanner.
Yeah, maybe. You know,
maybe that'd be hot.
Yeah. Okay. But it like looked like
feeling right, smelling right, looking right, focusing right.
Focusing right. Yeah.
There we go,
dude. We could make such a good commercial.
We need to cut this so that we don't let someone steal this idea.
What?
Big Pharma, we're coming for you.
Yeah. Dude. Wait, so did it look like a nicotine patch almost?
Kind of. I could probably find a photo of it, to be honest.
Wow.
This is when you put the interstitial of the photo in the video.
Oh yeah, I'm doing that. Maybe. I don't really know what to search up. Like, do I search up ADHD patch on Google? Because then they're gonna start recommending me ADHD patches, or maybe some pills. Haley, are you okay? Nice. Boom. I like make noises for the people without visual. Oh, it does look like a nicotine patch or like a Band-Aid.
Bang.
Wait, do you guys have a month? Or I guess, do we have a month? ADHD.
Do we have a month? Do
Yeah.
we have a month? Let's see.
Do we have a month?
Is there an ADHD awareness month?
Okay, let's just put everything in June. It's Pride Month, men's mental health awareness month, and ADHD month. And you know, let's put Black History Month.
October.
It's in October?
Yeah. We get the orange band like we got cancer or something.
Wait, but that's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We need more months.
We need more months. Yeah, I think that's the problem. It's not that we have too many things to celebrate. It's that we need more months.
We have too many.
We have too many months.
Too little.
We have too few months and too much to celebrate. I think that's the problem.
What? You said that perfectly, by the way.
What?
What you just said.
Oh. Too few months. Too much to celebrate.
That was perfect. We just get rid of all months.
Yeah, let's just make it one long timeline.
Yeah.
That's how I edit. I edit in one long ass timeline. Whenever the thing ends, it ends.
And then that's just,
And that's it.
Boom.
And then we roll credits.
Boom. Dude, are you gonna see Fantastic Four?
Wah, 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 Lynn. Yes, I will be seeing that movie. I will be seated first row in the IMAX. No, I'm not a psychopath.
Say, dude, that's insane.
So
2 hours.
Pedro.
You can't see anything.
You know what was really funny? You know the movie Red One?
No. What's Red One?
It was this like Chris Evans, Dwayne The Rock Johnson Christmas movie. So we were at the AMC in Tallahassee. Me and Creighton were. And it is like pouring rain, and we had just gotten out of a different movie. I forgot what we went there to go see, and that must not have been that good if this is what I remember from it. And we have A-list, so we were like, "Well, I don't want to go out there and drive in that rain, so let's just like go walk, like just get another ticket and go into another movie."
Yeah,
there was no one in there for this movie. It's Red One in IMAX, and I was just like, and they were late to start it.
First of all, why is it in IMAX?
They probably paid for it. I mean, it was a big budget movie that just like flopped really hard. It wasn't that good. And I was like, if they don't start it within 10 minutes, we're moving down to row 1. That's how little I cared about this movie. And I was sitting there for like 10 minutes. I was like, why is this an option? Whoa. Like you guys paid to get these seats planted in here, bolted in, and people take these seats. I was sitting there. I was like, there are people watching like Oppenheimer, like this.
That's nuts.
That's a disservice. Yeah. Like, you're just doing it wrong.
And your retinas are going to just burn.
Dude.
You're seeing, like, The Rock as close as possible.
He's become the mountain.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Yo, I might make a compilation of these jokes just for my own satisfaction so I can watch this later. Oh, that Oppenheimer experience was pretty fun.
Dude.
Barbenheimer.
I did the double feature. I did Oppenheimer first.
Yeah.
And then I did Barbie.
Way to lighten it up.
Yeah. I felt like that's how you have to do it. And I could not speak for 30 minutes.
Why?
In between. Dude, Oppenheimer is so dark at the end there.
Yeah.
Me and Creighton were just like looking at each other and we're like, dude, we're so fucked. This world is so cooked. We are so unbelievably cooked. It's nuts.
Wait, does that mean you liked it?
Oh yeah, that movie's awesome.
Yeah.
It's also again, it's people talking in rooms. I'm like the poster child for that. That's like my favorite kind of movies. It's just like drama and things. Conclave, same thing.
Wait, so have you seen When Harry Met Sally?
No, I haven't. I need to.
Wow.
I know.
No, that's actually
take my degree from me.
That is actually
take my whole diploma. Take my master's degree from me.
How have you not seen the best rom-com of all time? It's literally just
talking. I'd raise you Love Actually, but
What's that?
Richard Curtis, Love Actually. I'm sure you've seen the clips on TikTok.
Probably. But I don't know. I mean, compared to that, I mean,
I'll have to see it. Or like 500 Days of Summer is pretty good, even though I hated that ending.
that's the one with Joseph Gordon-Levitt
Yeah.
and Zoe. Is it Deschelle?
Yes, Deschelle, not
You gotta say
Kravitz.
Kravitz. Holy Catwoman. No, not
Yeah,
her.
Catwoman. Lord, I wish.
Not her, man. No. I've seen clips of that.
Yeah.
Um.
I love the Smiths. That's what that one is.
Yeah. Okay. What other ones are there?
I still think About Time is my favorite, and I don't think anything will top that. But it's one of those things where it's like I watched About Time for the first time freshman year of college in a room with my buddies in my freshman year apartment, and we were like, let's just put something on. Like it's not going to change our lives.
I did.
Cut to 120 minutes later, 30 minutes after that movie finished, and I am crying. And I am like, this has actually changed my outlook on life.
What else have you cried to? Like movie wise.
My girlfriend looked up because she's like, fuck, this fucker cries at everything.
No, you have a big heart. And penis.
Past lives. What's the thing? Oh my gosh, what did we see with Yes. We live in time. We live in time. Yes, We Live in Time made me cry.
Yeah, that was sad. That was sad too.
Fucking Marley and Me.
Oh, come on.
If you don't cry at that, I'm sorry.
Owen Wilson.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you.
Lightning McQueen and his dog.
And his dog.
It's like, wait, does
Warhorse?
Does Marley die?
I can't spoil that.
You can't spoil it. It came out like 15 years ago. Yeah, I don't want to tell the ending to Titanic.
You know what's? Does it sing?
Does it? Yeah, we know it sings. Come on.
You know what's even worse? My childhood dog's name was Marley.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Did your dog pass? I'm sorry for your loss. Well, in the movie, does the dog just eat chocolate?
No.
Oh, does he die like
they
a
take him out
tragic
back?
He put a shotgun in his mouth. Holy! It's a horror movie. Jeez.
They old yeller in his ass.
Wait.
No, he gets cancer and dies.
Wait, actually?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wait, can dogs actually get cancer?
Yes. Anything can get cancer.
I've never really had a. Oh, I didn't know that.
Anything can really. Well, if it has like living cells, then it can kind of get cancer. Actually, I don't know if that's true. I'm pretty sure there's one species of animals that they've never found cancer, and I think it's like seahorses or something.
Roaches.
Roaches? Those fuckers can live through anything.
Exactly.
Why? And on the fourth day, God gave us roaches. Just out of spite.
It's roaches, stink bugs. I don't know how long stink bugs can live, but not a fan of those.
Too long.
Yeah. Anything over a second for stink bugs.
Anything over 1 solid second. You get one.
Kill that thing.
You get the first second for free.
And then you have like when you kill one, the smell of the death of that one attracts more. So it's like kind of like
it's a Hydra situation.
Yeah,
where it's like you cut one head off and 3 more. That's
exactly
bullshit.
Nerf this.
Someone needs to nerf stink bugs. Hey, we need some patch notes.
Yeah, update it.
Can we get a patch?
There's no way. I just usually just put it in.
Heavenly Father, can you please nerf stink bugs?
Flush it.
Amen.
And then all of them will fall right down the.
I hope so. Dude, oh my gosh, my roommate. Speaking of bugs, my roommate Sean. He is like 6'3", roided up.
He's roided up.
Oh my gosh, he is roided up, and he will like just haphazardly knock things over. And we were having a bad bug problem in our apartment with like flies, like fruit flies. It was the summer, and shit happens. And we had those little things out that like catch them, right? Mm-hmm. And he would just knock them the hell over.
Why?
I don't know. I think he is like, I don't understand him. He just gets super angry all the time, and I'm pretty sure it's got to be that he's either on testosterone, or he's on steroids at the same time.
I knew you meant testosterone, by the way.
I was clarifying for the audience.
Green tea pisses you off.
Yeah. Bro is taking a brisk iced tea.
Oh my gosh, brisk sounds so good right now.
Brisk does sound really
But like
great.
in a can, like oh my gosh,
You don't like the bottles?
I do like the bottle, but
The can's better.
no, I just like the sound it makes. It like makes like the brisk like it just.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
drinking
part of the
brisk.
experience.
Yeah.
It definitely is. But he will like knock them over, and then we'll just have flies all over the counter.
Oh, that's
And they die in that material anyways. So now instead of them all being contained in this little container where they all like die and drown, they're now spread out, dead corpses all over our counter. And so we had to like write a note because we never really see our roommate because we're on like opposite schedules because the film schedules are just ass.
Yeah.
Terrible. I'm basically nocturnal. Well, we had to be like, do not knock these over. We put them there for a reason. Please and thank you, your local exterminators, the rest of this apartment.
How many people live in your apartment?
I live in a 4x4. But most of the time, it's usually only 3 of us.
Okay.
So it's like me, Creighton, and whoever the hell else is there. Or like me, Nikki. You met Nikki. You know Nikki. Crackhead. He's not on crack. Yes, you have. He was. You were in Soothe, right?
And what?
No, you weren't.
What's Soothe?
It was a movie that I directed.
No, I wasn't in Soothe.
You
didn't call me.
But we shot it at Birds, which is why I thought that you would have been there.
Oh, I remember seeing. I don't know if you guys might have posted on your story.
We did.
I've seen.
So you were invited.
Oh,
That's an open invite.
I saw it on the story. Oh, let me go there right now.
Let them slide on him.
Dude. Oh, that was Reagan was on that, right?
She wrote it.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I remember her. Okay, yeah, I do know. What you're talking about.
But yeah, he was my roommate. And so yeah, I live in a 4x4, and it's weird. I never really had really bad roommates until just this year with this guy.
Dude,
It's bad. He would like blast exclusively Big X the Plug songs.
Okay.
I cannot listen to Big X the Plug anymore. I wasn't doing it too terribly much beforehand, but now
You can't at all.
I hear I'm the biggest, the largest, and I'm like, turn this shit on.
Dude, is this like the most manly man ever?
He's like the whitest dude ever.
You said like what you described, like I'd imagine he might watch Spike TV.
Oh yeah,
Monster Chucks.
If there's
Women.
still Spike, if there's like Spike TV Plus, he's got it.
Yeah, oiled up.
Oiled up. He's at GNC. He might be there so much at GNC that they just need to have him work there at this point.
That's an insane place to go shop, by the way. Do you shop there?
No. I don't think I've ever stepped foot in a GNC.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why?
It just smells like Axe body spray.
Yeah. Why is it like still? Is it?
How is
still
it? How is it in business? Yeah, there's one by the Publix that I live next to.
Oh no.
I don't know how they're still in business. They need to just become like.
It could just be like a pharmacy inside of a.
Yeah, I was about to say they could be like a little like Boar's Head.
Yeah.
It's just like a nice little thing that's just like in there.
Yeah.
As opposed to being its only like. Welcome to Getting Jacked 101.
Dude,
I mean, I'm one to talk.
You said niggas.
You said that. You thought I said what?
It was just I don't know why my brain when I thought you.
Huh?
You did no. You. I know you did not. I know you didn't. You did
like,
not.
Damn.
But in my brain, it just. I said, selective hearing. You hear what you want to hear. Why don't I want to hear that right
Does
now?
that mean that you want me?
No, I don't. It's just what I heard.
It
was the
it's
accent,
what your
man.
brain wanted to hear.
Dude, it's been a long night. Work today.
Dude, me too.
Off topic. Target doesn't sell physical movies anymore. They looked at me like I was crazy when I went in there and
My
asked
pain
them.
is immeasurable. My day is ruined.
Oh, the day we're at the end, so it's okay.
How much time we got left in this one?
One more hour of.
Yeah, we got an hour and a half.
Yeah.
We'll be fine. I'll live.
They don't.
Oh my
No,
gosh.
they don't. I was like, hey, where's the movie section?
I lived in those Walmart bins. Those big, dude.
That's awesome.
The $2 bins. You just go in and you're like, Mom, can we get this? Well, that's $1.
Yeah, why not? Dude,
Like-
Books A Million. They have a bunch of used movies for very cheap.
Really?
Yeah,
Do they still do that?
Yeah, you go in there. It's like in the back. I got some movies over there from that. I got what did I get?
Honey, I know what we're doing tomorrow.
I think I got Spider-Man.
She turns and looks over at us and goes, "Fuck no."
Okay, you can sneak off.
Hmm?
You can sneak off and go to Books A Million by yourself.
I might do that.
It's very
Be like,
cheap.
oh, he left me. No, honey, I went back to the grind.
Back to the grind.
It really has just become like homework to watch movies. Not in a bad way, in like a good way.
Yeah.
But it's like kind of a part of my job. Like you have to keep watching stuff if you're gonna do this. Like as like a career path. Because especially for me with like being an editor, it's like I have to be able to go up to any director who's trying to make just about any movie ever, and if they go, oh, I'm trying to make my movie like this one, and this one. Oh. Like if they're trying to be like, I want to make Tenet meets Harry Met Sally meets fucking
that's amazing.
Fucking About Time. I have to be like, I know how they edited those movies. I know how they like grammatically like constructed that and be able to kind of replicate it.
But see, that's amazing for you to just like be able to.
Yeah. It's like I just have to like pull a rabbit out of a hat and just be able to pull that out on a fly.
Could you edit something like Scott Pilgrim?
Probably. But the thing is with stuff like that, it really is helpful when the script is that good. Like something with that like high level of a script, and when it's directed that way, like naturally anyone who picks up that footage will edit it that way because it feels so natural to the material. And that's just like a cohesiveness that's very rare, and that goes into the thing where it's like so many movies get made and so many of them aren't that.
Yeah.
Aren't that like lasered in on what they want to be.
So you gotta like pick up the slack and the editing.
Yeah. And fix it in post, which is like the worst mantra ever. Never do that. If anyone watching this ever wants to make movies, don't ever do that.
Fix it in post.
Don't ever hope to fix it in post, because what happens is then you're giving me a lot of creative control, and I'm cool with that. But also then it becomes like that's when directors generally start to feel like it's less of their movie. It's because they've left it up to chance as to whether or not something will work. And generally speaking, if they do that, it will not work. Especially not at this level, where like because like if you're making Red 1 or like Tenet,
yeah,
I can't believe I just used those two movies in the same sentence.
Why'd you use Tenet?
Just big budget movies.
I was about to say, whoa. I know you're not talking
just
about
any
one of the
big
best
budget movies.
of
Like
all
if Chris
time.
Nolan is shooting a movie and the VFX plate isn't perfect, he just throws money at the problem.
That's true.
VFX plates, as if Chris Nolan would ever use visual effects in his movies.
Yeah, come on now. We crash real airplanes.
we crash real 747s. Yeah. We blow up real hospitals with real children inside of them.
And old ladies in there, yes.
Yeah.
We need real screams.
No more pudding time for grandma.
Yeah. No, fuck it. We've reached the mark. This is a great conversation.
Okay. Hell yeah.
No, seriously, I really enjoyed this pod.
No, me too. I mean, I always love talking with you.
Yeah, same.
And hopefully I'll see you out in LA, man.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
Hey, you'll have a couch to crash on.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I think I'm going there soon, though.
You're going where?
To LA soon. Not to move there, but like to
visit. Well, you'll definitely have people out there, and you'll have Kenzie up in New York.
Yeah.
And I know the comedy scene in LA is awesome, and I cannot wait to see that.
Dude, tell me about it.
Please, I will.
No, and that's not like tell me about it. Like, dude, tell me. I know already. No, like actually, tell me about it.
Yeah, my cousin AJ, he's super big into going to like comedy bars and whatnot. So I'm sure he'll show me around. He lives in Orange County. He lives in like Anaheim.
Oh, I know where Orange County is.
Yeah. So he lives like an hour away from everything else. He lives in, as Nikki would call it, Casa Pinga, which means dick house in Spanish. And we'll leave it on that.
Well, yeah, okay. Thank you for listening to Apartment B.